Okay, it's Phil here for Digital DJ Tips, and today we're looking at the Numark N4 DJ controller. Now this is a controller that promises to do pretty much everything that the beginner to intermediate DJ would want, right up to playing real gigs with it. So let's dive in and have a quick look at some of the features on this particular controller. So to start with, you can see that it's a well spaced out controller. It's not small, but because of that, everything is easy to get to and not cramped at all. The build quality is higher than the Numark Mix Trap, which is plasticky but a good controller nonetheless. This controller has got a very shiny surface, which comes with that peel-off plastic, so it's pristine when you start. And although it's got a plastic case, it kind of feels heavier and more substantial than the smaller Numark controllers. There are handles at the edge, which makes it easy to pick it up, and it's of a medium weight. It comes with Serato Intro and with Virtual DJ, and there's an overlay for Serato Intro, and the overlay is a metallic overlay, which is pretty good. It looks like it's not going to fray or get tatty quickly, and that just writes on the features of Serato Intro software. Interestingly, it doesn't actually state Serato Intro anywhere on it, it just says Serato. Serato Intro is 2-deck software, but this has got 1, 2, 3 and 4 written on it, so that would make you think that maybe there's something down the line, which means you can use all 4 decks with Serato. Also, the back of this is plain, so if you ever want to map the unit for yourself, you can put that on there and then use a marker pen to write on your own controls. So let's have a quick look through what's on it. 2 jog wheels, a 4-channel mixer, which has got 2 channels that are selectable on the front to PC or external inputs such as CDs and phono. And around the back of the unit are your sockets for plugging in your external inputs, and also around the back you can see we have XLRs which allow you to plug straight into a PA system, and then all the usual computer and power sockets. You need power to use this because it won't work just off USB. Back to the front of the unit, and there are 2 microphone inputs, very useful for mobile DJs who want to use, say, a microphone for the groom and his father, and then also one for themselves. And there's also bass and treble, which is nice, as well as the normal gain controls for the microphones. Again, it's good for mobile DJs. Also on the front, the headphones quite cleverly work with both a big and a small socket. You can simply unplug your headphones, so whether you've got small or big headphones doesn't matter. As far as the controls on the surface go, apart from the mixer which we talked about, there's a library area at the top. There are your booth output and your master outputs here, because it has a booth output as well, which is nice. And then the usual headphones cue and mix cue buttons here. These 2 areas at the top here are for controlling effects, loops and samples, depending on which software you're using, because Virtual DJ and Serato have different mappings for these areas. You can't control everything you might do on a higher end controller, but it certainly gets a lot of the functions in. And the way it's colour coded is very good, especially for Virtual DJ, because the colours on the front here correspond, whoops, I've just pulled the main socket out. The colours on the front correspond to the colours on the software, so each deck has got a different colour. If I can just plug that back in quickly, then hopefully it will all power up again, and I can just show you how the jog wheels work. I'm not going to really give you much of a demo of this because the functionality is pretty similar to most DJ controllers, but let's have a look at how the jog wheels work for Serato Intro. So I've now got a tune playing on Intro. I'm going to demonstrate to you the responsiveness of the jog wheel and how progressive it is. So here comes the beat. So you can hear that they're very good, spin backs are good, they're progressive, they do get a lot quicker when you speed them up, unlike some which are kind of on and off. And also, there's no way you can spin the wheel without the music or vice versa. So they're very tightly mapped. Okay, so to conclude, this unit is really giving you a hell of a lot for your money. It is upping the ante in its price range, just like the Mix Trap did at the bottom end of the market. This is for the mid-range, really packing in a lot of functionality. You know, if you have only got this amount of money to spend, this will last you for a long time, because you've got Virtual DJ in the box, a good version of Virtual DJ, if not the full program, at least a good version. Serato Intro in the box, only works with 2 decks, but nonetheless it's good software. Also, it works with Traktor Pro 2, so if you have got Traktor Pro 2 or you're thinking of going down the Traktor route, it'll work with that as well. It also works with timecode vinyl, so if you have record decks, you can plug those in. Of course, because it's got two external standalone inputs, that means it also works as an external standalone mixer. You don't even have to plug it into a computer to use it as a mixer. So if you already have CD players or record decks, it'll work with those as well. You know, many a DJ used the MixTrack Pro, which was and is a consumer device for DJing properly out and about, mobile use and use in bars and so on. And this unit follows in the footsteps, but really is more suited to that because of the XLRs on the back, because of the microphone inputs, and because of the slightly higher build quality. It's not pro build quality, but it is semi-pro, and it's a screen to use. And for value for money, you can't fault it. So there you go, the Numark N4. The full review is at digitaldjtips.com/N4. Thanks for watching and see you next time.